Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chloe. I am a second year psychology student at the University of Northampton, and today I wanted to talk you through my physical TBR. So I'm sat in my bedroom right by my bookcase, my really tiny bookcase, and I'm going to talk you through all the books that I have on there slash on the floor in front of my bookcase because my bookcase is overflowing. So I'm going to start with the ones that were on my floor because they were the easiest to get to, and hopefully make my way through right up to the top, and when I'm putting them back, hopefully I'll fit more on my shelves. So I'm going to do this quite quick fire with the fact that I have quite a few books that I need to get through, and a whole pile just fell over, which is so annoying, but it's fine. So the first book, The Way I Used to Be, Amber Smith, tried to read this, couldn't actually get through it. Need to buy the second one and I need to actually dedicate time to it, but you know, I just don't want to do that until I've got the second book. You Were Gone, Tim Weaver. I got this from work when it was withdrawn and haven't read it yet. So many of these books I got from work and I haven't read yet. Beautiful World, Where Are You? I bought this at 66 books, haven't read it yet, but I'm so excited to because I've seen this everywhere for the last few years. If Only I Had Told Her. I have, let me grab this so they're together actually. I have If He Had Been With Me. So got them both, and I'm hoping to read these soon because I've heard good things. The Ungrateful Refugee. I've had this for literally ages. I've wanted to read it. It's literally started to like get a bit wrecked in the corner because it's been sat on my floor for so long. Need to read this. Yeah. The Hiroshima, The Doctor of Hiroshima. I don't know how you say that, but I love books like this. I don't know why. Like, I just find them interesting, learning about how people live in different parts of the world and things that they go through and things like that. Heart and Bones. Haven't read a Colleen Hoover in nearly a year, I'd say, but I saw everyone talking about this when it came out, so I did decide to get it. Good Vibes, Good Life. Borrowed this from my cousin. Need to get it back to her. Haven't yet read it, which is so annoying. The Friend Request. This is a book that I got from one of my friends when we did our little book swap. Again, haven't read it yet. Need to. Vanishing Half. Got this from my friend when we did our book swap. I've heard great things about this. Really need to read it. The Bridgerton books. I've read the first one. Haven't read the second, third or fourth. These are my friends. I need to get them back to her, but oh, nearly threw them on the floor. Fabulous. Girl, Woman, Other. I tried to read this. I don't know how far I actually got in, but I just couldn't get into the style of writing, so I feel like it's going to take me like a couple times and like quite a lot of time to actually get into it, but yeah. One Day, obviously this is hugely popular at the moment. I went and bought it, I think just before, well, I think the new like Netflix cover was out, but I wanted the original cover. I also hate like stickers that can't be removed on books. I hate these. What are these for? No thank you. Thousand Splendid Suns. This is my nan's. I need to get it back to her, but I've heard good things about this book. The One We Fell in Love With. Yep, heard good things about this. Haven't got around to reading it yet. Need I Say Anything? ACOTAR. Obviously need to read that. Powerless. Need the second one. Waiting for the like third one to come out. I say second one, it's not actually the second one, is it? It's like the, I don't even know, but there's a book that's just come out of this and there's going to be another one later in the year as well, but need to read this. Then I've got Clap When You Land. Got this from work. Need to read it. The Stranger Beside Me. I've heard great things about this book. Wait, honestly, yeah, I've heard great things. Really need to read this. The Agathas. Heard great things about this. I think this is this a young adult? I don't know, but I need to read this. Got this from 66 books as well as the Stranger Beside Me one. Quite a few of these I did as well. Three Little Lies. Got this from my friend in our book swap. Songbirds from 66 books. The Dark Side of the Mind. I really need to read this. This sounds so good and I've heard so many good things about it, so I do need to get onto this. Also got this from 66 books. Paper Palace. This is my friend's. I need to get back to her. Where the Crawdad Sings. I don't know if this is my friend's or if this is mine. I feel like this is my friend's. Also need to get this back to her. But this is one of those ones that I've heard such good things about, tried to read it and couldn't get into again, but I do need to give it more time because once people get into it, they say how amazing it is. Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. This is the actual, I think this is the last book that I had on my floor. So I don't know how many that was, but yeah, I've wanted this book for ages, and I went into a little bookstore and they sell books that are like secondhand but like basically like new. Like you would not tell this was not from a brand new shop, which is crazy. But yeah, I've got to read this one. I've wanted to read this for ages as well, so I do really need to get around to it. Okay, so it's time for shelf number 2. I'm actually leaving the bottom one because I can't be able to get down to get all the stuff out for now. So I'm going to do the middle shelf because I can just reach that kind of easily. So first I have Finding Perfect, Finding Cinderella, and then I also have, let me get them so I can do all of this. Oops. I have, hang on, Losing Hope, All Your Perfect, and Hopeless. So I have this whole series on my bookshelf. Like I said, I haven't actually read Colleen Hoover for quite a while, but I have that whole series on there and I do want to read it because I did buy it at some point with the desire to read it. Next I have Happy Place by Emily Henry. My cousin bought me this for my birthday. I have A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. Love that. I need to read that. That's on my TBR for ages, so it's been sitting there for ages because it's one of those again that I can't bring myself to come and read. Night Shift, one of my friends at work recommended this and she said it was so good and she absolutely loved it, so I went and brought it. Haven't read it yet though, but I'm sure it will be absolutely amazing. Then next I have, this is the shelf that I have a lot of my like series on, up until like the front bit is all series and then behind it is just romance books. I have the whole Chestnut Springs series. My Secret Santa at work, one of my friends, she brought me the first 3 books and I went and brought the last 2 because I knew I'd want to read the whole thing at once when I do. Haven't yet started it though, but I am going to read it soon because I do really want to get through that one. I then have Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, which is again in the Grishaverse. This is the what's it called? Hang on. Oh, the Shadow and Bone trilogy, which I'm on the last book of that at the minute. So this is like the next kind of series in that, I guess. And then there's one more, I think, as well, which is The King of Scars, which is a duology. But yeah, so have these, had them for ages, but I do really need to read them. I just need to get through the other series first. Then I have Things We Never Got Over, Things We Hide From the Light, Things We Left Behind. Need to read all of these. Also, can we just talk about when these first 2 books come out, everyone was absolutely slating Lucy Score for putting one of her names up here, one of her names down there, so it didn't match. But I now love it that it's like this. Like, I love this. I love it. It was absolutely genius. And yeah, I love it. So I've got that. Then I've got, I think that's it for series really. I've got You and Me on Vacation by Emily Henry. This was a withdrawn book from work. Love Theoretically, Ali Hazelwood. Ali Hazelwood is one of the authors that as soon as I see she's released a new book, I go and buy it because I just love her writing and I love every single one of her books. Now we're getting into just general romances, like not necessarily series anymore. So we have The Intimacy Experiment, Daisy Jones and the Six, which I tried to read this, could not get into it, but all the hype, I'm going to try it again. I think I just kind of left it too long in between reading because I wasn't reading a lot at that moment. Fate and Furies, this I got from work again. After I Do, Taylor Jenkins Reid, A Sea of Lost Love, The Hating Game, The Dog Share, Before I Do, Dreaming of Rome. Oh, another Ali Hazelwood, Loathe to Love You, that can go with that one. The Summer Villa, The Little Swiss Ski Chalet, and I don't even know how you say that. Hug and kisses. I don't know. Obviously it's not like hug, but I don't know. I don't know. And then A Sky Full of Stars. I don't know if this is part of a series, because I've had this for ages and I don't know what's put me off buying, like actually reading this, because I know there was definitely a reason why I haven't yet, but I can't remember what it was. But yes, I have all of those, which is great. And that's actually the end of my second shelf. That's all I have on my second shelf, which I say all I have, that's actually still quite a lot. So I've just pulled off all of the books that were on my bottom shelf. They're all currently sat here to my left. I am going to have to run and get my eyebrows done quickly because I booked my eyebrows in for 1. So I'm going to pop and get that done, and then I will be back and I will finish filming all of this and my top shelf, and then I've shown you through all of the books that are on my TBR. So I have just had lunch and I've been back from my eyebrows for like an hour. They look really dark right now, but they fade. And my skin pulled, which is so painful, but it's fine. Anyway, I've pulled up all of the books from my bottom shelf. So let's really quickly go through these and then have one more and then we're done, which is crazy. So A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I don't actually even think this is the first one in the series. I thought it was when I bought it, but I don't think it is. I haven't got a clue. Oh, it says this is a standalone. But I don't know why I don't think it is. I don't know. Haven't got a clue. Need to work it out. But yeah, I've seen loads of her books recently and I've heard a lot about them. So hopefully they're good. The Boy Who Followed His Father to Auschwitz. I have quite a few Auschwitz books in this one. The Auschwitz Photographer. I went through like a phase of reading a lot of like historical fiction, and I still really do like historical fiction because I just think there's so much to learn. Those Who Were Saved. This is World War II. Escape from the Ghetto. This is based on something from history. I can't remember what exactly. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. Obviously everyone's seen the hype about this book. I need to get on reading this because I want to know what it's about. Me Before You, bought this ages ago, haven't yet read it, need to read it. Mine, A Lie for a Lie, The Serial Killer's Wife. I'm quite excited to read this one, to be honest. Queen High. This is the second book in the series. I need Widowland, but when I went to buy it, they only had this one and they didn't have the first one. Well, I think they did have the first one, but it was a bit damaged, and I was like, I'm not buying that. So got the second one and I need to buy the first. Trophy Taker, Serial Killers. I love books like this. Bones Never Lie, An Orphan in the Snow. I don't know really why I got this one. I think this might have been withdrawn. No, maybe my nan had this, or I bought it in Charity Shop. I don't know, I can't remember. Playing Dead, The Choice, What We Did, It Starts With Us, which I have not had any kind of desire to read it yet, but it's okay, we might get there eventually. Blink, The Good Daughter, We Were Liars. I don't know how I've never read that, but you know, The Librarian of Auschwitz, Surviving the War, Heather Morris, Sisters Under the Rising Sun, Lock Me In. Oh, wow. And then Madly Deeply by Alan Rickman. Like, it's his diaries that are edited together, which I think is super nice. And then I still have like 6 books down there, but they're 6 books that I don't think I'll ever have a desire to read, so I think I'm going to get rid of them because they're just taking up space and they don't even look like books I'd read. So yeah, this is on my bottom shelf. I'm going to like sort this out a bit because I'm currently just surrounded by books and I have even more. Maybe I could do this. What do we think? Can we do this without having to move everything. Who knows? Let's give it a go. The last letter, obviously Rebecca Yarros wrote Fourth Wing, and I saw this book and it sounded really good, so I got this one. Friends and Strangers, The Way We Survive. This is about rape culture, which I don't want to read it because I think it's going to be really sad, but like also I think it's going to be really moving, and I think that's why I brought it when I saw it. Just Got Real, Notes on an Execution. This has been on my TBR for a while and it's supposed to be so good, but I just can't bring myself to read it. I Will Never See the World Again. I got this from my school. It was like, oops, it was like an award that I won, and this was the book that I chose because it was a psychology book and I wanted something that related to going to my degree. The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. I think I started this, but then I forgot that I started it, so I ended up taking the bookmark out. I then have Babel. Obviously this has blown up recently, and yeah, I'm quite nervous to read it. And then here's the hefty one that I really want to read, but yeah, I've actually trained the spine on this, you can barely tell, but I have sat there and I've like tried to train the spine. Who knows though. Archer's Voice, this is supposed to be so good, but I just haven't read it yet. I have had it a while though. Can I grab these four quickly? The Midnight Library. I've read, what was the other one of his books that I read? The one with the time on it. I can't remember. But that was, I really liked his writing. Tough Crowd, The True Love Experiment, and Maybe This Time by Jo Ansell. And that's all my books. So now I've got to go put these back on here because I didn't think this through, and I've just taken all my books off my bookshelf, which is actually mad to look at this because like even though I have like over 100 books, I didn't think I had over 100, like because I've had to double stack some of my shelves. It doesn't look like it's over 100, but anyway, I don't really know how I'm going to get out from under all these books to start putting them back, but I'm going to go work this out, and I am going to leave this video here. But it was very lovely filming this and actually realising what books I have and how long I've had them as well, because so many of these books I've had for ages and I need to start prioritising reading them more. But yeah, anyway, I am going to leave this video here, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for a brand new video very soon. Bye!